I believe in creating beautiful neighborhoods like this. Beautiful neighborhoods are essential to people who invest in property. Specifically, homeowners that move to areas of their choosing. What are the things that you look for when you move to an area? You look for schools. You look for cleanliness. You look for convenience. You look for retail. You look for quality development. Most communities, as you see here, they're planned communities. No one in this community here is concerned about homes being built at lesser quality with inexpensive materials. No one wants that in their community. Because when you look for homes and you start pricing out homes, what do you generally look for? You look for comps, comparables. You want to know what else is in the area. You want to know the quality of the development in that community. If you drive to certain neighborhoods, you know right off the bat if this is a neighborhood that you don't want to live in. You know right off the bat that this is a neighborhood that potentially has high crime. Now, there are plenty of neighborhoods in the metro Atlanta area where you can find that if you want it. But Henry County does not have to be the poster child for low quality housing or homes built with inferior materials. We don't have to be that, and we don't need to be that in Henry County. I watched some of the meetings, and Henry County is pushing for low-income homes. They're pushing for a housing authority in a county that is very affluent. They're pushing for cheap rental properties.
The creation of a county housing authority, as the county housing authority would have additional agency and capacity to increase affordable housing units and create more stability within the county. Creation of a landlord risk mitigation fund would help increase housing availability for those who have been evicted or have a criminal record. This fund would lower a landlord's risk if they did rent out their property to someone with an eviction or a criminal history, as they would have a set amount that they could receive from the fund should they need to in any circumstance. Those that have been evicted or have a criminal record tend to not be able to find an apartment that will accept them, and so they're spending more money in rent at the extended stay hotels as of right now. Partnerships with developers who are interested in affordable housing and willing to include wraparound services in conjunction with their development help the county and the tenants of those properties immensely.
I don't have a problem at all with apartments, but they have to be in a planned area. They have to be in an area where you're seeking to put quality commercial. Because with density comes commercial development. And you have to have that type of development in an area, in a selected area that's zoned for activity. Otherwise, you're not going to get the Houstons, you're not going to get the Applebee's. You're not going to get that kind of development. I don't understand the big push for homes being built in this county with inferior materials.
This is a policy change that requires a set percentage of affordable housing units within every new multifamily development. Then design standards is a little more intricate policy change, which helps to ensure that as developers make changes to the materials to bring down cost, manufactured homes, which are another low cost housing option. So the priority recommendations are those that help build a foundation and should take a year or less to implement.
Just because we're a county with a large minority population doesn't mean we have to go back to the neighborhoods in which we were raised. I didn't sign up for that. And when I was able to educate myself, get myself to a certain level where I can invest and purchase a home in the community where I currently live, that's what it was about. I'm okay with arriving, and I'm okay with supporting others to help them arrive. Living in the metro area of Atlanta, there are a number of communities where you can build low quality housing and the local governments will be happy with it. I just don't see Henry County as being one of those counties. Why change the trajectory of the type of county we've become and of the type of county that we've developed into? If you want to advocate for that type of development, let's work together with our neighboring counties to see what they have available for those type of communities. It's not an option for me, and I'm pretty sure it's not an option for the majority of people who have invested serious money in their homes to live in Henry County. We should be looking to develop neighborhoods that actually increase property values, not decrease property values. You can't say you want Houston's or you want Papados, but at the same time, you're telling the market we are fighting to bring this type of development into our community. The first thing they're going to do is look at the analytics. They're going to look at the numbers. They're going to say, if you're trying to attract this income level, then you're fine with staying where you are, with the Family Dollars, with the pawn shops, with the used auto parts places, the used tire shops. And is that the type of development that most people want in this county? Plant commercial areas with the idea that the density will help attract the type of commercial development we want in Henry County. No low income housing, no low quality housing. None of that should be acceptable, specifically in the unincorporated areas of the county.
We would love to, Shannon, make sure that the board gets a copy of this presentation, and then we'll look at next steps as to how we need to move forward. You know, I've been talking about this issues that we have here in our community that that some don't want to recognize.